Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lit versus Genre. Trashes your favorite trailer is what I'm calling this. We got so many
Basically.
views to our Wheel of Time trailer, and then the Matrix trailer dropped today, and I was like, Jeff, I mean, give the people what they want, right? Give the people what they want.
Yeah, so I did not expect that this is what we're going to do. Wheel of Time is a special case because one, I care deeply about it, but two, we're currently reading Wheel of Time, right? So of course, but I did not expect us to do any more trailers, and then Matrix, like this wasn't even on my radar.
You didn't
You know,
know that they were making the sequel to this?
I had no clue. I had
All
no
right.
idea. So I just saw it. I was like, this has to be fake. Um, so anyway, I have not rewatched this trilogy as recently as we've been reading Wheel of Time. I mean, we did recently talk about the first Matrix, actually within the past few months, because you were sharing some screenshots that weren't slowed down, or like some clips of the
Mm-mm-mm.
action scenes where they actually hadn't slowed the fight at the bottom of the building and it still looked amazing.
Mm.
And I had rewatched most of the first Matrix not that long ago, and it totally holds up. Like that first Matrix movie is
Yeah.
so good. I remember the other two being all right, you know.
You
But I haven't
remember
rewatched
them better than I remember them, though.
them.
Or at least you regard
Well,
them better than I regard
I,
them. I
I
remember them being massively disappointing.
okay. So there we go. There we go. So that's the bar. But obviously, I have not rewatched them to see was it just me at the time or something. Maybe this is a return to form. Maybe. But I got to say too, something kind of magical happened when I saw Matrix. I knew nothing. Well, a friend was just like,
Mm-hmm.
"Let's go see
Right.
Matrix," and I was like, "What's Matrix?" And I just watched it. Right, and when does that happen these days with YouTube and videos everywhere? So obviously we can't recreate that now for this, but I do wonder how much of that is capping my undying love for Matrix. But let's see if I groaned a million times again. Let's
All right. All right. Yeah, I want to
let's
go
find
in
out.
because I feel like we talked about this in our own podcast at some point. We were talking
Mm.
about this about movies that like seem to have a cliffhanger ending but really don't. Like that was supposed to be like the real
Oh yeah.
ending. So like Back to
Hmm.
the
Yep.
Future
Yep.
has an ending that was not supposed to have sequels. It was just like a kind of a joke
Hmm.
cliffhanger ending. Inner Space, personal fave of mine, does that perfectly and never did the bad sequels after having
Hmm.
like the fake
Yep.
sequel ending. And I swear Matrix is the same way. Matrix 1, when he just Supermans it at the end, there is not
Yeah.
supposed to be another movie. That's
You
the
can't beat
ending.
that.
No, that's
Right.
the ending. That's
Right.
supposed to be the ending. It's the
It's
perfect
perfect.
ending,
It's
and there's
perfect.
nowhere really to go from there once you've made him Superman.
Right.
And like that is
Right.
kind of where 2 and 3, as far as I remember, 2 and 3 have issues.
Yeah.
So I'm
You know.
going in. I'm going to say right now, I've
Yeah.
got my doubts about this since I already felt like there was no way to make a
Right.
proper sequel to The Matrix. I really don't know about this, but let's.
I'm wondering why the creators of Matrix didn't maybe leverage the popularity of Matrix to then say, oh, well, we've got this other idea that, you like us, we obviously do well. Let's do that as opposed to sequels. But this is something you see in fantasy all the time where, there's a popular book or series and then they're like, or a couple book series. And then so they just keep writing in that world because people want to be in that world more. It's an easier sell. So, but yeah,
Well, interestingly, I just found
we'll
out my
see.
wife was researching this that
Mm.
only one of the like Wachowskis is
Mm.
making this. They both made the
Right.
original ones.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think Lana and Lily both. I think I'm saying the names. I think that's their names.
I have no
Made
idea.
the originals, and apparently, I think Lily was like, "Nah, I'm not doing a sequel." But Lana's like, "Give me the money. I'm doing the sequel."
It's so
So
funny. I thought they were brothers. I must have been confusing them
they
with
were.
the
They're
other.
trans.
Ah,
So
I'm just not
yeah,
up to date. Okay,
you're not up
there
to
we
date,
go.
yeah. But
Yep, I
only one of them
am
came back,
so
and
not up to
I
date.
thought that was maybe somewhat telling. Let's see what happens. I'm going to
Let's
hit
find
play on
out.
this bad boy. Here we go.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy?
We don't use that word in here.
Hi.
You seem familiar.
They're going this route.
One pill makes you larger.
Really?
One pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
And if you go chasing rabbits,
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
and you know you're going to fall.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me, no?
Okay, let me tell you my fear right now. I feel like this is like they're doing like a Force Awakens where like everything feels like beat for beat the first movie.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, so
Yeah.
like he's got to be reintroduced. He's forgotten all about everything about the
Right.
Matrix, so he has to be reintroduced. He
Right.
has to be red pilled. They have a fight scene that's set up with I don't know the
Sam.
new Morpheus. I don't like the younger Morpheus or something. But
What happened to...
Lawrence Fishburne. There's
Yeah.
been much controversy about why is Lawrence Fishburne not in this.
He's not in the movie at all?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not in the movie at all. I believe it's because my man's probably a little too old at this point to be doing the high kicks, and they probably still need him to be doing the high kicks. I mean, it's been like 20
I feel like
years.
you just have a different actor do that, and like he's the one that's sitting back conjuring
You just-
things.
I think, well, yeah, it's kind of a big mystery. People are really like wondering, like, okay, that seems kind of disrespectful. But on the other hand, I am kind of also tired of like trotting out, Harrison Ford to kind of shamble around your Star Wars movie. Like let him retire in peace. It's enough that we're dragging like whatever like 60-year-old Tom Cruise out to do Top Gun movies. I don't know.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. A return to form, Steve.
So
That's what we're about to see.
That I can understand that decision, but this trailer really looks like they're like, oh, we got to recapture the magic, and apparently what The Force Awakens has taught us is the way we do that is shot-for-shot remake of the first movie. Because, I mean, am I wrong?
Steve, stop bringing up my trauma. That is the new Star Wars movies. I wouldn't have agreed to this if I had known we'd be talking about the new Star Wars movies. Okay. I don't...
But it feels like it, right? Because like even this
No,
fight
that's-
scene is just like the
that's
Morpheus Neo
one-
famous fight scene in the first movie.
That is 100% what's happening. Because one, I'm just like, this whole trailer, for anyone, I was like a huge confused face. Because like, we're going the route where he doesn't remember? That's the plan.
Yeah. That's what do we call it in fantasy? So that you can be the new character discovering all the things as the audience discovers it. But I guess
Yeah,
like
I mean,
you
that's
have
cool the first time. Like, sure.
Well, let me give it a fair shake. Maybe it adds some dramatic irony then if we know everything. But the character doesn't. Like a little inversion of what happened in the first movie where we don't know anything.
Maybe it takes away all the excitement and energy. Maybe. I don't know. I don't. This isn't. I wanted this to be good, so we could have like a good. Okay, let's just take a moment here.
We still got another minute and 12 seconds. So let's check it out. Let's roll.
Yeah, come on,
Okay.
maybe something.
We just blew
Sure,
up the
yeah.
house where we were fighting.
Yeah,
Let's
this is
see.
gonna be great. It's
Let's
gonna
see
be
some-
great.
Let's see some action.
Yeah. Nothing says Christmas. Like Matrix.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Okay, so what was that meta bit at the end all about? Like commenting on on the very thing that we were talking about. Like, yeah. That's the thing. We're going back.
It's subtly named Resurrection. Was that it? What's
Yeah,
that in this
yeah.
movie?
Resurrection.
Revolution. Yeah. So.
Well, they already had Reloaded, and then Revolution was number 3.
Okay.
Who is this bro? Is this a famous actor? I don't know this dude. But what is he doing there? There's an M here. Is he Mr. Matrix? Is he? This guy seems like a smarmy, like
Mr. Matrix.
like movie producer type,
He does.
like
He does.
salesman type. Maybe he's just like he pitches the Matrix to everybody in the thing.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't have the same emotional investments in the Matrix world that I do in Wheel of Time. So I think just like Wheel of Time, hey, do you like the world of the Matrix? Do you want to see more stuff there? This is the movie for you, right? So yeah, hey, maybe we just go in, we have some fun. There's some explosions. Sure, let's do it.
This
But
action didn't look amazing to me though. Like it didn't look incredible. In fact, it
Steven
kind of
trying.
seems like we got to bring in these young kids to come in and do like the actual action. Like this girl with the blue hair is doing everything basically. Like what does
know.
Trinity do? I just scream.
She screams,
as
she
like
screams.
multiple people.
She screams.
But it's really this girl with the blue hair, whoever this is, who's
Yeah.
like rocking
And,
the whole thing.
Neo looks confused.
He just looks which all right. Again, trying to do the same thing as the
Yeah.
the
But
original.
the way this trailer looks, it makes it feel like it's almost the whole movie that he's confused. Because like this gunshot scene, I feel like is happening later in the movie, but maybe not. Maybe it happens really early
Wow.
before he goes back. Because we do see him doing some like push shoves and stuff. I mean, she's got a little bit of action, but
Some of this hallway stuff. That doesn't seem amazing. That hallway stuff.
so I think some sequels are created to do. I've got something more and interesting and unique and new I want to show you in my world. And some movies are, let's just spend more time in that world. And this definitely feels like the latter of those two things. Yeah, I think they are completely looking to hit on nostalgia of the first one and, his not knowing what's going on and being introduced to what is the Matrix and who are agents and all of that. And that, will I watch this even?
You know what? Even I feel
don't know.
even more upsetting than Lawrence Fishburne not being in it.
Talk to me.
Hugo Weaving not being in it.
Yeah.
That's where I gotta walk away. I mean, come on.
that's your big bad. I don't.
That's my boy. That's one of the
I
best
know,
things about it. Even through like the second two
Yeah.
slog fests, his just
I would agree.
over the top ridiculous line delivery will
Perfect.
just carry you through.
He is the Matrix. He is the embodiment of what an agent is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I don't understand this halvesies that they're doing. Like, if you want to do a new generation in the Matrix, there's a movie. Let's do that, right? Of, the battles continued and they need it to keep going, and so now we've got Neo recruiting like, Morpheus was before, right? Like, he's finding the next Neo. That could be kind of cool. But this, I don't.
Okay, Jeff, tell me if I'm a hypocrite, because I am more and more like just being not super interested in these nostalgia fest sequels. That said, I am hype for Spider-Man, and it is nothing but like a raw nostalgia cash grab. I feel like there's something more about the audacity of like the Spider-Man setup, though, where they're like, we're just gonna bring back all the old villains. We're gonna bring back all the that.
But look at how we're reacting, right? Like, if Hugo Weaving was in this, Lawrence Fishburne was in this, I feel like we would be saying a couple different things, right? What I don't get is this half. Like, Spider-Man would be weird to me if they brought a bunch of people back, but then not some. It's like, do them all young or don't do them all young. I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay, so if anybody has theories about the Lawrence Fishburne, is that guy supposed to be Morpheus? Is it a young Morpheus?
Well, he's got to be. He's got the
not?
same. He's got the scars on his face. It's got to be, which are pretty unique.
Scars on his face,
I think it's got to. Yeah, go back. It's the very first time we see him. I feel like they shot it specifically so you could see those scars and identify him as Morpheus. Yeah, like, because they've got the look, the pill. See the scars right on his cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are, and the glasses, but I think it's definitely
the
him.
glasses are definitely Morpheus's glasses.
100%. So, I mean, we're supposed to, and he looks a lot like Lawrence Fishburne. So, I feel like this was engineered to make us all go, oh, Lawrence Fishburne, right? And like, I do also understand, a particular actor, maybe a couple actors can't due to their age. I feel you. And I feel, them also wanting to honoring the actors that can be in it. Like, why, if the actors that are returning are excited to be returning, cool. Why stop them from getting to do it? I do that. I guess I would
recast Indiana Jones.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I mean, they tried that. It didn't work out.
They didn't really try.
I mean, not really, I guess. But anyway, I was just going to say, I think for me, yeah, just going in and hoping that there's something in this that would be fun, sure. But I would say that what they're leaning on, just this, hey, we're going to do the same thing again, doesn't get me excited. Like, I was excited for the first Star Wars. I was excited to see that. I didn't know it was going to be the same thing again. Whereas this one's very much like, we're going to be the same thing again. That's interesting marketing to be like, we're just going to tell you. In fact, even the guy sitting in the chair at the end, he's going to tell you. And then right after he tells you, the title is going to tell you too. So we got an understanding, right? Like, you're coming here to see the same movie you saw before. But some of them are old now.
Just so we're all clear, it's got to be the same movie.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But that's cool.
We told you. So I got to give them respect for that, I guess, right? Like, they're just putting it out there. They're just like, let's be tough.
All right, y'all. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Downer Trailer Reactions. And,
we gotta find a good one. There's gotta be something we're excited about that's coming out.
We'll see. Maybe the next Spider-Man trailer that hits. We'll see, because
the Spider-Mans have been pretty good.
That last trailer, I thought that was fine, but it was mainly made by Alfred Molina showing up.
I mean, that's all you
need. If they drop some Willem Dafoe in the next
Yep.
one, I mean, just take my money, just take it all. So
easy. But notice why? Notice what we just said. Returning villains, right?
Yeah.
For stories like, okay, real quick, I know it's never finished, but I think it's so important that stories like this have a compelling force you're fighting against. And sure, there's the idea of the Matrix, just computers taking over, but notice that in the first movies, there was an embodiment of that we could latch onto as a villain and enjoy. And here, I mean, we're getting hints of it, but yeah, living up to Hugo Weaving, that's a tall order, right? Whereas with this, what are we hyped about? Yeah, heck yeah, I'm excited to see Willem Dafoe. And the next one, he rocked it. I want to see Vulture, right? Like, I mean, please, yeah, yeah. I mean, those were probably, I think those are my three favorites. So Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, I felt like he did a fun
It was
job.
really good.
I enjoyed him. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much, I mean, the movies have had good villains, you know? So just leaning on that, yeah, let's do that. In this, it's just not capturing in the same way. So yeah, I think when the next one comes out, we should definitely take a look at that and compare hype versus not. But just like Steve is saying, if anyone is hyped for this, love to know, you know, what's driving that hype. I do understand just hype to be in the world again, but if there was anything specific about this, I'd be really interested to hear.
Yeah, let us know what you like about it. Let us know what we missed. And
Do it. I'm sure we did.
We'll see y'all for the next one. Thanks a lot, everybody.
See ya.